Okay, we should be live. I'm going to make sure everything is all working, and then we'll get started. Audio sounds good. All right, we should be good. We've got the conference championships today. We're going to find out who will make the OFL Bowl with 4 really good, really fun teams remaining. What's good, SGYT, C-Mill, MP, Nick, Shiesty? How we doing, everybody? You are not the only one who's nervous. I am also a little bit nervous. Although, as much as I would like to see my team win, I'm happy to see any of these teams win. I can't remember the last time I've been more excited for like a conference championship stream because I feel like, for one thing, anything can happen. I feel like all these teams are super deserving. Like, normally there's 1 or 2 teams where we're like, how did they get here? But I don't think that's the case this year. You're going to crush Houston by 50. God damn it. It's over. It was fun while it lasted, boys. All right, congrats to the Texans for making the OFL Bowl. But I think we're going to have all 4 coaches here. So that means Siri will decide which game we start with. Why is Siri being slow? Siri, are you ready to have some fun?
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
Okay, since our game is on the left, our game will be the first number. We'll do 273, and this will be 274. So you're give me a number between 273 and 274.
The answer is 274.
Okay, so we're starting in the NFC with Dallas and Seattle. That'll be the first game of the day. We'll find out which NFC team makes it first. Wow, we really got to drag it out for us. Great. All right, now we got to decide the home team. Siri, give me a number between 275 and 276.
It's 275.
That is the Seattle Seahawks. If this is going to load, maybe. What the hell's going on? Why is it being slow? What the heck just happened? Okay, it must have backed me out. I'm going to double check to make sure all my changes saved. I'm not sure the only like depth chart I had to change was hours. I did have a scheme change in there as well. I'll make sure that saved as well. The script crashed. Yeah, I did some switcheroo. I made Octavius the kicker again. Okay, so that saved. And then just to make sure that saved, and then for the Texans, he switched it to, I think, Green Bay. If not, then we will switch it again. No, it's Cincinnati, so it didn't save that part. So I'll flip that, and then we can get the NFC game started. Script leaked. Texans and Seahawks OFL Bowl confirmed. That'd be a fun game, even though I kind of want us and Dallas to win because I think a Nick and I OFL Bowl would be so fun. I think a Texans-Seahawks game would be cool, too. Or some other combination. The one silver lining if my team doesn't win is that there's 3 other deserving teams. Would I say the word to win the OFL Bowl? No. That was easy. I just said it. Todd and Nick are already ready with their jerseys. Perfect. Let's hope it's not like my games against Nick, where it did not let me pick jerseys for all the games that I lost in. Okay, so Seattle's going with the green. Dallas, I assume the regular whites are just the home jerseys? And then that for Seattle. If you and Nick both make the OFL Bowl, then that game better be the best game ever, or else it's a disappointment. I mean, that's fair. It's not beating some of the OFL Bowls we had, like in OFL 20, the first one I won. Not that any of you probably saw that, other than probably Nick. But yeah, I don't know if anything beats that game. Normal whites. Okay, I assume this is what normal is. So, I assume that's good. Alrighty, welcome to the NFC Championship. Which team will be representing the National Football Conference in the OFL Bowl? The top two seeds in the NFC have made it. On the road, we've got the two-seeded Seattle Seahawks led by Coach Todd. In just his second season of coaching, he has made it to the NFC Championship game. Todd's team did not live up to expectations last year, but they surpassed them this year. Can Todd lead the Seahawks farther to a Super Bowl? And then on the other end of the spectrum, we've got the home Dallas Cowboys. This is before this Nick has ever made it in his 20-plus seasons of coaching here. He's made it to the conference championship once before, and I would like to remind everybody that was the one season his quarterback was Matt Corral. So I'm just going to give a little pat on the back to my QB. But Nick has never made it to the OFL Bowl, despite being here since day one, when the server itself was created. He's never made it to the big game, and that can change right here. All right, here we go. Dallas was my team to win the OFL Bowl at the start of the playoffs. I picked Dallas over Houston, and I also had us in the conference championship, so my predictions ended up being kind of good. The only team I got wrong was Seattle, and that's only because I felt like I needed to pick a 2-seed to lose, because the 2 seeds don't usually win in OFL playoffs. So the Seahawks will open up with the ball. They are led by, of course, Patrick Mahomes. Their offense was very unimpressive in their divisional round win against the Dreadnoughts. They won because their defense was phenomenal. They allowed, I think, 0 points, and they only scored 14, but they had, 4 turnovers on defense, I think? It was definitely at least 3. I think it was 4. So, yeah, in other words, a lot. There's a good start. Tyler Lockett, who did not play well at all in the divisional round, gains 14. No Deebo Samuel still for the Seahawks. I don't think Samuel's going to even be healthy if Seattle wins this game for the OFL Bowl. I could be wrong, but I don't think he's going to be healthy. Downfield, broken up. He could have caught that, too, as Jordan Davis is hurt, the nose tackle. That's not good news for the Cowboys. He's a pretty important player. Deebo is out for the year. Okay, that's what I thought. Good old screen, of course, and it's a gain of 3. And so now it is a 3rd and 7. Mahomes under pressure from T.J. Watt, and it is intercepted! And it's going to be a decently big return, too, all the way to the 27. Who's number 8? Is that Jalen Johnson? No way that's Jalen Johnson. I couldn't see the name. Was that Jalen Johnson? Did Jalen Johnson just do a good thing in a watch game? I can't tell what his name is. It's a longer name, so it could be Johnson. It looks like an N at the end. That'd be hilarious if it was him. It's not letting me back out and see, because the Cowboys' offense is coming onto the field. So here is Joe Burrow, who still has not turned the ball over since like week 11. 8 is Jalen Johnson. That is hilarious after all of the bad plays he's made in watch games throughout the last 2 seasons. Yep, Jalen Johnson it was. The Cowboys are starting with great field position at the 27. Nothing for Mr. Chubb. Burrow really focused early last week on the short passing game, and it worked. He was super efficient. He didn't miss many throws. He's going to go for another quick pass, and it is intercepted. Xavier Howard picks it off as Joe Burrow's first interception since week 11. Well, that's a start to the NFC Championship. Both teams turn it over on the very first drive of the game. I feel like half the turnovers we've had in watch games this year are in Seahawks games. I don't know why, but it feels like they turn the ball over a lot on offense, and they force a lot of turnovers on defense. So now the Seahawks get it back, tipped, and Jesus Christ, it's intercepted again. No way. I think number 12 is Greg Newsome with the pick that time. Good Lord. That's 3 interceptions in like 2. Oh, that's Sauce. Sauce Gardner. Excuse me. Yeah, 12 is Sauce. That's 3 interceptions in not even 3 minutes. What the hell? Okay, so the Cowboys get it back at the 36. Did the sliders reset? I made some changes to the sliders. I think I might have upped the interceptions by like 1 or 2, but nothing more. I moved the pass coverage down, so if anything, it should be worse. But those last 2 interceptions were because of really good coverage, and then the first one was just like a horrible throw. Neither team wants to win. Can I go to the NFC? Clearly, neither of these quarterbacks want to win at all. They're letting Nick Chubb cook, as they should, because clearly the passing game is a concern. I think that's going to be a hold. It is. Yeah, the first interception was because of T.J. Watt setting pressure, and then the last 2 were really good coverage plays. Talk about our Fortnite games last night. Oh, we were cooking. Just like these secondaries today are cooking something. Second and 19. It's a pitch for Mr. Chubb. Breaks a couple tackles and brings it to the 5. Not a single pass is going to be attempted for the rest of the game. That is not the worst idea when Nick Chubb is your running back. So they should just keep giving it to him. He's in the zone, too. 3rd and 2. Burrow under pressure. It's caught. I don't think he was in bounds. Nope. Trying to get it to Chris Godwin, but he put a little too much juice on it. So we will finally have our first points of the game. It has been quite the start to the NFC Championship as Dallas tacks on 3. And so the Cowboys are on the board. Seattle's first drive ended in an interception. Their second drive started and ended with an interception. Their last 2 plays from scrimmage are both interceptions. So Patrick Mahomes is going to have to clean it up. 7, over or under for interceptions. Well, they're on pace for like a lot more than 7. Slant Boy is hurt. He might have like banged his pinky toe in his shoe. He might not be back in time for training camp next year. Oh dear. Dear heavens. MC got the hiccups. Out for the game. 3rd and 2. I like the run here. They run it when they should not have listened to me. Jordan Davis appears to be back as he makes the play with the help of Eric Kendricks, having Kareem Hunt lose a yard. Shouldn't listen to me, Seattle. So that'll be a punt. Seattle's best drive yet, simply because they did not turn the ball over. And so that'll bring out the Cowboy offense. They scored 3 on their last drive. Now, Dallas has been the beneficiary of a really good field position so far today. They started inside the 30 on their first drive, and they started inside the 40 on their second drive. So now they actually have to move the ball. And lucky for them, they have Nick Chubb, who's pretty good at moving the ball. Second and 5, there's Nick Chubb. Breaks a tackle. Good run for Mr. Chubb. Back to Chubb again. And another good run for the big fella. Nick Chubb has been quite good today. If he keeps this up in the zone, that's going to be bad news for Seattle. Oh my God. What the hell? Xavier Howard with his second interception of the game. If you've been counting at home, kids, that is 4 interceptions in the first quarter. Good Lord. Throw up the X, kids. Oh my goodness. So the Seahawks are going to get the ball back. You cannot make this stuff up, indeed. I was working overtime writing these scripts, guys, okay? I wanted some crazy games. Both times that Xavier Howard caught interceptions, he literally did blanket the receiver the whole time. It's not even like he baited Burrow. He had great coverage on both plays. Mahomes is sacked by Alex Highsmith for a loss of 12. That's 4 interceptions. Looks like me playing Madden blindfolded or Octi playing against Nick. More like the latter. So that was an eventful first quarter. The Cowboys lead 3-0. We have more interceptions so far than we do points. The only source of offense today for either team has been Nick Chubb. I think that's Alex Highsmith again. Back-to-back sacks for Highsmith. And it is 3rd and 27. Who wants to bet Mahomes is going to go deep, as he should, and it gets intercepted? I can already see it written in the stars. Greg Newsome. Mahomes is just going to throw it away. He doesn't want to do anything crazy. I mean, you might as well lob it up. What's the worst that can happen? It's intercepted and it's an arm punt? Like, so what? Really nice kick, though. All the way to the 14. That was in the air for a while. A lot of hang time. Octi might be trash on Madden Online, but this dude can cook in Fortnite. I never thought I would say that. Because for the longest time, I used to be awful at Fortnite. Then I don't play it for 3 years. I get back into it within the last week, and I'm magically, like, good. I don't know how that works. Or good in, like, air quotes. I don't know if I would say I'm good. Rams Gold. This is so much better than the Rams and Golden Eagles. Are you kidding me? This game's awesome. The Rams and Golden Eagles was just ugly, poor offensive football. This has been fun. Tipped and nearly intercepted again. It's because you play bots. I'm aware I play the CPU. The CPU is not as good at Madden as users are. Here's Joe Burrow. Nice run. I think that was an option. And he gets 12. What's Joe Burrow cooking tonight? He's cooking the same thing that Patrick Mahomes is cooking. And they're both cooking something horrible. It's poor and ugly offensive football. That's true, but it's like fun, ugly offensive football. The Rams Golden Eagles game was just awful. Now 3rd and 6. Cooking a whole lot of burn the house down. So what, these guys are Little Jaw, the way he burns things down? Nice throw, lofting it up for Nick Chubb. Man, if he could have broken that tackle, he would have been gone. Still a good play, but who let Russ and Russ cook? Cowboys and Seahawks country, let's ride. This might be worse than Danny's cooking. Is it, though? Danny's team won 5 games. These two teams are in the NFC Championship for good reason. The Cowboys are moving the ball down the field pretty well. Nick Chubb, he might have gone backwards. Nope. Okay, so he's still in the zone. It's 3rd and a short 2. I thought 2 was pretty long. And Nick Chubb is going to bounce off the blocker and get the first down. Good play. Nick Chubb literally has been the only good player on either offense today. Now they got him lined out as a receiver. What is the offensive coordinator cooking up here? Oh, now they have Chubb blocking. Okay. I mean, they get like 12, so it works. Nick Chubb's back is broken from all the carrying. Now from the 5, Dallas has to feel like they've got to get a touchdown here. Make it a 2-score game. And starts with giving the ball to 24. Nick Chubb does not get it on first down, but he's close. 2nd and goal at literally the half-yard line, if that. They're maybe a foot away. Seattle collapses the pocket, and it will not matter. Nick Chubb is in for the first touchdown of the NFC Championship game, and the Dallas Cowboys extend their lead as they are now up 10-0. So now Seattle's really got to respond on offense. If they don't score here, they could be in trouble because don't forget, the Cowboys start with the ball in the second half. So the Seahawks need to get on the board here. Their offense has done nothing today, and it is time to wake up. My Chubb is so massive. I would imagine Nick Chubb's is as well. Seattle has 22 yards of offense today. I think that said 22. That's not good. Isaac Seumalo, the guard, is hurt. Almost as hard as me. That must be pretty hard then. They're going to go back to Kareem Hunt. Dallas did not expect the run. Good play call. He gets about 9. The Seahawks have all 3 timeouts and plenty of time. There's no excuse not to score. I thought that was going to be intercepted. That would have been his 3rd of the first half. Hunt is cheeked. Hunt's also got some boots with his kicking ability. Donald Brady to the 2-minute warning. Seattle's got a 3rd and 9. They've got to get this, or else they could be in a little trouble. They're going to run the ball. Why exactly would you run the ball on 3rd and 9? I'm a little bit confused by that. Would anybody care to explain why they ran the ball on 3rd and 9? I mean, yeah, you burned one of their timeouts, but, like, that should not be the priority. You're down by 10 in the NFC Championship, and you're not starting with the ball in the second half. The priority should be to score. Sometimes you got to take risks. This Dallas defense wants an OFL bowl. They absolutely do, the way they're playing. And Nick Chubb does, too. I don't know if I can say the same for Mr. Burrow, but Nick Chubb does, and the defense does. So if Dallas scores again here, this game could get ugly. Burrow is in the zone. Oh, dear. He's going to go over to Chubb. He's not going to go to Chubb. He has a wide-open receiver up the middle of the field. I think that's Curtis Samuel. No coverage from Seattle whatsoever. And it seems like now we finally have some good quarterback play. Joe Burrow is starting to make some good throws. It seems like he's starting to play well before Mahomes is. And if Dallas scores again here, that could be the difference. Simcast, I need to go talk to her. That seems like a you problem, little buddy. Up the middle, Greg Dulcich to the 30. We need clock management to save us. You really could use some clock management. Dallas only has one timeout, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. Burrow's under pressure, and he will be sacked. Big play by the user, John Johnson. That changes a lot of things. It is a lot less likely Dallas scores now. Why'd they? Okay, I'm not going to question it. They wasted 20 seconds off the clock. I assume they're going to kick. Yeah, they're going to go for a 60-yard field goal. What the hell was that? EA clock management does, in fact, save Todd. Oh, he might have made that. Oh, my goodness, he made it! Chris Boswell from the logo! Wow, what a kick! 13-0. The Cowboys lead it going into halftime, and they start with the ball in the second half. I cannot believe he made that. I did up the kicking power sliders a little bit, but not much. And that kick was like, it wasn't that close. He probably could have made it from 5 yards out. Dallas starts with the ball in the second half. Seattle has to get a stop. The Cowboys can make it a 3-score game. And we have a flag. I feel like it's going to be like on the Cowboys. Yeah, it's a hold. This is why you invest in kicker, kids. You know what's better than having one good kicker? Having two. Have some explosive games this season, and you have some explosive players. So the Seahawks can come back. I would not doubt Madden's ability to make Nick lose a game that he thinks he's going to win. Second and 4. There's Chris Godwin to the 32. Is Burrow still in the zone? He's not. I don't know why. He hasn't missed any throws since he was originally in the zone. I guess it was because he got sacked. That's probably why. Okay, that makes sense. There's Chubb again. I think he's going to be out of the zone. Not really his fault. He was able to break the first tackle, but he still loses 2, and it is now out of the zone. That's a big deal for the Seahawks defense. Now 3rd and 5. Screen for Chubb, and as expected, it does not get anything. A massive stop for the Seahawks to keep them in the game. Is Caleb Williams the Victor Wemby of OFL? No, because we have the other quarterback, Godley, coming in a couple years, who it seems like everyone's going to tank for. So I would say it's him. Not quite a what upon it. Goes in the end zone. What does that make Drake May? Drake May is like your Cam Whitmore. I don't know. Seattle's got to score here, though. They were able to get the stop to start the second half, but they have to answer back. A touchdown makes it a 1-score game. So they can put themselves in the end zone. They will not be out of it. Third and 1 now. I don't think Drake May is like Scoot, because Scoot's like better. Okay, nice little first down. Gain of 10. Good play. The hell is this script? I wanted some chaos. There's more fireworks. So just be patient. More is coming. I don't think he was inbounds. Nope. Mahomes scrambles, and that should have been a pick 6. Oh, that was right in Jalen Johnson's hands. He should have caught that. Wow, now it's 3rd and 10. Mahomes goes downfield, and it's dropped again by the defense. Sauce Gardner had it in his hands that time. And so the Seahawks again do nothing on offense. Jalen, welcome back to the gulag. Who's your punter, Todd? This guy's got a boot. He can kick it. So the Cowboys will get it back. They're still up by 13. Their defense continues to be phenomenal. I think it's Garibay. Well, he can kick it. We get to see the Pro Bowl guys. Yes, we will. After the 2 games today. Burrow, under pressure, throws it away. And so now it is a 3rd and 2. Really big play here. Hand off to Chubb. And he will not get it. The Seahawks get the stop. Their defense is single-handedly keeping them in the game. Sione Taki is the one with the tackle. Golden Eagle legend. Their defense is keeping the door open, and the Seahawks offense now has to really give a response because has Seattle gotten past the 50 today? I don't think they have. What a punt. Down at the 7. Good kick. So now the Seahawks are really going to need to move the ball. They're in potentially safety territory. Second and 8. That's going to be a safety. Oh, no, he's not in the end zone. I do have to pull up a clip, though. Hold on.
This matchup with Ohio State has paid off. 3rd and 5. Stroud in trouble, and Stroud is sacked again.
And so now they have it at the 1. And Kareem Hunt's actually going to get a pretty decent gain, but it won't be a first down. That should have been a safety. That was a terrible call. But Dallas gets yet another stop. There's only so much time in this game. Seattle's going to have to rally at some point or else it's never going to happen. Their defense is keeping them in the game, but, I mean, you can only stop Nick Chubb for so long. The Chubb eventually will explode. That's what she said. Greg Dulcich is hurt. That's somewhat significant. Their punter is their MVP. And Xavier Howard, too. Don't forget. Their punter is, like, saving them. Short pass. I think he got it. Yep. First down, pass caught by Chubb, and he gets nothing. Under a minute left to go in the 3rd. It's like how Asante Samuel Jr. had 3 interceptions and the Chargers still lost. Well, at least Seattle's not like choking a big lead. In order to have a lead, you have to score. And you see, they haven't done that. Who's 89? Is that the backup tight end probably? Because Dulcich is hurt. Drew Sample. Probably the final play before the end of the quarter, if they get it off, and they won't. The Cowboys are 1 quarter away from sending Nick to his first ever OFL Bowl. They're up by 13. They had the ball. They're close to finishing off the job. Can they do it? Or can the Seahawks offense wake up? Can their defense continue to make plays? And can they get what would be a historic OFL comeback? When do we send cast? When it's very clear that Dallas is going to win the game, or Seattle. But I don't think Seattle's going to ever have a big lead in this game. I mean, they could come back and win, but they won't have a big lead. 3rd and 4. Another massive play. And Drew Sample will get it. It's another first down for the Cowboys. They're marching. A pick six is in fact needed. That would be very helpful. It's like on one hand, I want a me versus Nick OFL Bowl, but on the other hand, nobody has beaten Dallas and watched this year. I feel like they are the team to beat until somebody else does it, and I think at this point it is not going to be Seattle. Curtis Samuel with the touchdown. It's a 3-score game, which means it is now a simcast. I assume they'll go for 2. We can watch the 2-point conversion, yeah. But it appears this game might be over. It is Barover. Mahover. Nick Chubb does not get it. But I don't think it's going to matter. 19-0. The Seahawks have it past the 50. Oh my goodness. It happened. And wow, they scored. What if the Seahawks come back and win? That'd be like kind of sad, but also a little bit funny. 3rd and 3, 22 for Tim Patrick. Okay, they're actually kind of moving the ball. Why are you sim? Because it was a 3-score game. We would normally simcast there. Oh, they're moving it all right. We should probably hop in. Yeah, we'll hop in now. So Seattle isn't on the goal line. They can make it a 1-score game here, and they have all their timeouts. Oh, it's a screen. Oh, dear Lord. And they get nothing. Keep simcast. Let's just simcast the entire comeback. Got it! Oh my goodness, it's a 1-score game. You are trying to make us... If this was a regular season game, I would have kept going. But since it's a playoff game, I stopped. Are they going to go for the onside? I think they... I mean, it's so hard to get onside kicks in this game, but I feel like that might be your best bet. That's what they're going to do. What in the world? Well, Seattle picked it up, but I don't think they're going to keep it. I think he tried a little bit too much to make sure his team got the kick, so I don't think they will. No, Dallas is going to get the ball. So all they've got to do is run the ball, finish it off. Just can't turn it over. And when you... Oh, that was a nice hit stick animation. The ball could have came out there. BT Potter, what were you cooking? How did Seattle get 14 points? Because the Simcast wants to make this game interesting. That was part of the script. I had to make it interesting, you know? All right, this is it. The Cowboys are 5 yards away from winning the game. I don't hate the idea of the pass here. But just, you can't do anything stupid. Like, you know, an interception. Mike Evans is wide open. Is he out of bounds? Yup. Now, they should still make the kick from 50. They should make it to make it an 8-point game. He should have thrown the ball earlier to Mike Evans, though. He was wide open out the middle of the field. What if they go for it? Okay. I was going to say, that would be stupid. Chris Boswell made one from 60 earlier, so he should have no problem from 50. And it is good. So it is still technically a 1-score game, as the deficit is 8. Seattle needs a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it and send it to overtime. They have under a minute and 1 timeout. It's possible, but the Seahawks offense has done nothing in watch today, so I don't know how likely it is. Chubb and Evans were literally standing right next to each other. Maybe Burrow's thought process was there's 2 guys here, so one of them's going to catch it. Oh my, look at Tim Patrick's numbers. Huh, okay. Well, that's something. So the Seahawks have 55 seconds. It's not impossible, but it is not overly likely. Sim the final drive. Ooh, there's a good start for the Seahawks. Hawkinson gets 18. How have Mahomes' numbers magically transformed to become pretty good? All Dallas needs is 1 stop. A turnover ends the game. Obviously, a turnover on downs ends the game. There's under 30 seconds now. They still have their timeout. Why is he going short? What is he doing? Okay, the Seahawks get it out of bounds at the 37, so that'll stop the clock. Tyler Lockett with the play. Okay, they're going to use their timeout here. Nice play after the catch by Hunt. Wow. Okay, they now have it at the 21. They've got to go for the end zone. No rinky-dink stuff. You got to take a shot. You have 4 opportunities. Mahomes has all day in the pocket to throw, literally all day. And he's going to throw it in the back of the end zone. They wasted so much time on that play. They're now probably only going to have at most 2 plays, but realistically, they're only going to have 1. So this is probably it. Yep, this will be it. Mahomes heaves it deep. I think he caught it. He caught it! Oh, my Lord, he caught it! Now they got to get the 2 to tie it. Hold on, they got to get the 2. Handoff for Hunt. And he does not get it! The Cowboys have won the game! What was that ending? The script writers really did work overtime. So we had another Hail Mary work against Nick's team in the playoffs, but this one's not going to be a meme because they get the stop on the 2-point conversion. I think it was Jordan Davis, and Nick is headed to his first OFL Bowl as the Cowboys beat the Seahawks 22-20. What the hell was that last 3 minutes of the game? That might be the weirdest first quarter and then the weirdest fourth quarter I've ever seen in my entire life. Whew, okay, lot to digest here. Mahomes was horrible for 3 quarters and then just turned it up a notch in the fourth. Joe Burrow was fine. I mean, obviously the turnovers early were not great. Nick Chubb played really well, especially early on. Tim Patrick cooked in the fourth quarter. He had all 3 touchdowns, including the Hail Mary. I want to see both those last 2 plays again. If the game will let me, which I don't know if it will. Alex Highsmith played well. Jordan Davis was great. How did he have 1 tackle? He did not have 1 tackle. There's 0 way. I mean, he technically had 2 because of the 2-point try. All right, let's look at the Hail Mary again. So Seattle's starting at the 20, so immediately we know it's not improbable. They just sent him for the corner, the middle of the end zone, and Tim Patrick gets great positioning because he's in front of everybody. And Tim Patrick's a big guy, so he can easily contest catches. There he is over Jalen Johnson. And then on the 2-point try, they decide to run the ball. What the hell is my controller doing? All right, let's try this again. They go to run the ball. And yep, 93, Jordan Davis. He just demolishes 68. And the big fella does not let Kareem Hunt get in. So Dallas will be representing the NFC in the OFL Bowl. It got a little bit close there at the end. But the Cowboys will survive. Nick is going to his first OFL Bowl. The question is who will play against him. Will C-Mill also go to his first OFL Bowl? Or will I return for the first time since OFL 21? Siri, give me a number between 20 and 21. The 2 years
The
I won a
answer
ring.
is 21.
21. That would be the home team, which is the Bengals. Hooday. Yeah, it was like, nah, you can have it. You can have it for now. I cannot believe that ending. We never simcast in the OFL Bowl, so don't worry, that won't happen. Even if it's a 30-point blowout, we don't sim in the OFL Bowl. In hindsight, maybe we shouldn't have simmed it there, but if it was a regular season game, I would have. And if it was a regular season game, I would have kept going until Seattle made it a 1-score game. But I felt like at that point, like, when Seattle had it on the goal line, I got to hop in here. Which obviously was a good decision. What am I wearing? I mean, the all-whites are working, so, like, why stop? I'm going to go with the all-whites. We won't see devs this stream because I want to do the re-signings with everybody's current development trades because some players would probably ask for more money. So we will look at them on the OFL Bowl stream because I'm going to do re-signings before that. People really thought, why did I draft Jordan Davis in the 3rd round? Well, today showed why. All blue, red helmet, alternate socks. That's not the alternate helmet. There we go. So I assume this? These kind of go hard. I take the blue everything and then the red helmets. That looks nice. All right, the NFC Championship ended up being wild. Now let's see how the AFC Championship goes here in Cincinnati. The weather does not look great, but that is not going to stop us. On the road, we have the 6-seeded Houston Texans, who are not your ordinary 6 seed. They have multiple MVP candidates. Lamar Jackson at quarterback. Rashawn Gary, who had 32 sacks. Obviously, number 34 out of the backfield, Sean Tucker, who's been great in the playoffs for the Texans so far. They beat the Oilers, who won the division in the first round, and they beat the 16-1 Bills pretty comfortably in the second round. C-Mel's been close. He's made it to the conference championship just last season. The Texans pretty much had that game won until they absolutely blew it with some horrible clock management at the end. Their opponent is Matt Corral and the Cincinnati Bengals, led by yours truly. I've won 4 OFL Bowl championships, but I have not won one since OFL 21. I haven't made it to the conference championship since OFL 21. It feels good to be back. Who will be facing off against Nick and the Cowboys in the big game? At the beginning of the playoffs, I predicted the Cowboys and the Texans to make it. So either my prediction becomes true or I win. So, yippee. Simcast, it's on pace for 0-0. Technically not, because the clock hasn't started yet, because we touchbacked. The Bengals will start with the ball. Here's Matt Corral leading the way for the offense. He's played pretty well in his first 2 playoff games of this season. But he's got Rashawn Gary to play against. I had to maneuver my offensive line a little bit. I put Frank Ragnow at left tackle and Creed Humphrey at right tackle. I know Rashawn Gary rotates, so I want to be prepared regardless. And that's a good start, up the middle for T. Higgins. Just simcast Seattle's games in the playoffs. Can we get Brady as 10th AFC Championship? Oh, that's another reason for us to win. Okay. Don't let that happen, Matty. Good run for Joe Mixon. I want to establish the run, but I also don't want Matt Corral to be afraid to be aggressive, even though clearly interceptions are very much at play, as seen by the first game. I mean, if Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow are going to throw interceptions, then Matt Corral has got a good shot of throwing them too. So he needs to be careful, but he's got some playmakers at receiver. EA tried so hard to give Seattle the game. Jordan Davis is like, nah, I'm too big. You ain't getting by me. Good throw up the middle for Jamison Williams. Very good start to the drive. The Bengals are moving it with no issue so far. Frank on Gary is going to be tough. And then when Gary lines on the left side, he gets to see Creed Humphrey. The only issue is my interior offensive line is kind of weak, and I have 2 centers. Well, it's not that weak, but it's weaker than it would have been. And I have 2 centers playing offensive tackle. So I'm kind of experimenting a little bit, but I think this is my best opportunity to stop him. You guys do have some good players in the middle of the defensive line, but my focus was on stopping Gary. Corral goes deep, incomplete. That could have been bad. Had the other defensive back who was like kind of watching the ball go down, if he got to it quicker, he could have picked it off. Where's JC? JC is at left guard. I think I have Sam Cosme, who's been playing left tackle. He's at center. And then Zion Johnson's still at right guard. I need to touch grass before 5. Well, you should probably do that anyway. Solid game for Joe. He's looked pretty good on this drive. I don't want to start with a field goal. I want 7. I really want to set the tone, get the early scoring going. Don't get sacked by Gary. Okay, incomplete. 3rd and 6. If we're a yard or 2 away from the 4th down, I would go for it. I don't think we would. Corral's just going to go for the end zone, and it is caught by the big fella, T. Higgins, in for the score. And the Bengals are on the board first. A really good first drive from the offense. How did the other game go? Just watch the last 3 minutes and see for yourself. Because it was an intriguing ending. Put it that way. So the Bengals marched down the field. They scored a touchdown. That's a really good start. And now it's time to see the Texans offense featuring two-time MVP candidate Lamar Jackson, although he's arguably not even been their best player on this side of the ball throughout the playoffs, because we have seen the legend of Sean Tucker continue to grow. So we've got to stop them in the pass game, in the run game, and their quarterback's ability to scramble. So the Texans can win in so many different ways on this side of the ball. The Bengals had a couple early turnovers in the previous game against the Chargers, which really set us up for the rest of the game. We didn't play all that well after the first quarter last week, but our turnovers, the pick six, or not the pick six, the scoop and score by Josh Allen, and then the interception by Trent McDuffie, really put us in a good spot the rest of the game to where we always had control. So, in other words, I would not mind an early turnover. Trey McBride gets to the 34. They should run the ball. You have Sean Tucker on your team. Okay, well, they're not going to hand it off to Sean Tucker, clearly, because Lamar's the only one in the backfield. Lamar goes short. He caught it, but out of bounds. He was open, too, but I guess the throw is a little bit offline. If Lamar wins a chip, I want one glove like Mike Jack. I didn't even think of the storyline with Lamar because he's won so many OFL championships. He won 2 in 19. He won 3 in 20 with me. He made one last year with Dublin. So he's looking for his 6th OFL Bowl ever. Lamar's like the OFL GOAT right now. Would I be pleased if I lose, but Sean Tucker goes for 340 yards? I would not be pleased, but if we were to lose, I hope it would be in the hands of Sean Tucker. That would make me feel a little bit better. There is a part of me that's concerned about winning, as I kind of mentioned in the last game, because, I mean, seeing how Dallas dominated us on Thanksgiving, I am a little bit worried about that potential matchup. Obviously, I want us to win. But, like, if Nick beats me in an OFL Bowl, he's never going to let me hear the end of it. Matt Corral is so close to 6 for 9 with 69 yards. I think he's 6 for 8 with 68. He's so close. 3rd and 4. Short throw, good play. And a really nice play after the catch. I believe the Bengals will likely keep the ball. Isaiah Likely with the first down. You're right. Oh, I know you're right. Lamar's trying to be MJ. Yeah, but Lamar lost one last year with the Shamrocks. The year that they beat you guys in the conference championship, the first one against Seattle. I don't even really remember how that game went. I just know that Seattle won. That was not the game with, like, the crazy tip catch to Keenan Allen right at the end. That was Seattle's second one. Blowout. We're in the first quarter. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay? Let's not jump the gun. This team is really good. Sim, this is going to be a blowout. I mean, Matt Corral is supposedly a sim merchant. Not today, though. Look at Brock Bowers. Breaks a tackle. He's in for a score. Who's letting Matt Corral cook? The rookie, Brock Bowers, extends the lead. It's been all Cincy in the first quarter. Who dey? It's early. It's early. This game's far from over. But the Bengals look awesome right now. And now the Texans got to answer. We saw in the Seattle game, their offense did nothing for 3 quarters. They turned it up in the fourth quarter, but if Seattle had one really nice drive before the fourth quarter, they would have won the game, probably. So, the Texans should see that and realize we should maybe get going before the fourth quarter, ideally for them now. Unlike Seattle, they do start with the ball in the second half. So there is that, but we're still in the first quarter, so we probably shouldn't think that far ahead. We have to watch Corral versus... But no, we don't. This game's still in the first quarter, okay? Good sack by Josh Allen, though. Brock Bowers is going to be drafted by the Falcons. He would be a Falcons draft pick because all they care about, rather than positional value, is just like who's the best player on the board. They'll find a way to make it work. Arthur Smith loves his 12 personnel. He'll have both Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts on the field, or hell, you could just line one of them at receiver all the time. That works too. First quarter in the books, it has been very one-sided. The Cincinnati Bengals look awesome at the moment. They lead 14-0. Still plenty of football left to go, but the Texans could use a first down here. Lamar's going to go deep. It's caught. No, it's not caught. Nice hit. Was that McDuffie or Awuzie? And it's not going to matter because we get the DPI on Chidobe Awuzie, and so it'll be an automatic first down. And Josh Allen's hurt. Wow, what a great first 4 seconds of the second quarter. Couldn't have gone any better, am I right? So the Texans get a big first down off the penalty. He probably would have caught it if not for the DPI. So I guess you kind of have to make the penalty and hope that the refs don't see. So, I mean, it's not a bad play per se. Lamar goes deep. Nice throw and catch by Christian Watson. And now the Texans are in business. They're starting to move it down the field. They've got it at the 29. There's Sean Tucker. They really have not given Sean Tucker the ball much. I mean, I'd be scared of our defensive line too, but still. Sean Tucker's been so good. You got to utilize him. Another first down for the Texans. They're in the red zone. They're getting close. That's Sean Tucker again. Why was there like nobody in the middle of the field? It was just Sean Tucker. So now they've got it at the 15. They get it back to Tucker. And he gets a couple. Oh, I thought that was going to be intercepted. Instead, it is a touchdown, but not for the defense. Trey McBride puts the Texans on the board, and we've got ourselves a ball game. They needed to respond, and they sure did. So it's now 14-7. That could have been intercepted. That was close. So the offense will return. So far, Matt Corral looks pretty darn good. Wow, great kick return. Fantastic. Why did you just not let it go? Corral on the last drive, 6 of 6, 91 yards and a touchdown. I think that's pretty good, isn't it? I think so. Could be wrong, but I think that's good. Okay, nothing on first down. Not the best start. Good throw, good catch as well to the 31. J-Mo. The pass game continues to be brilliant. Matt Corral looks ridiculously good. Oh, God, what a hit. Is that Rashawn? No, that's not Rashawn Gary. That's 93. Is that Romeo? No, it's Draymond Jones. And it'll be a loss of 4. I knew it. You knew. We're up by 7. You didn't know anything. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're not up by that much. Good throw to Brock Bowers. Look at Bowers go. Can he break the tackle? He does not, but he gets it to the 28. Brock Bowers is having himself a first half. Thank you for timing him out. I don't want him jinxing us any further. Joe Burrow gets hit hard. Could have been a hit stick fumble. Caught. Out of bounds. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd and 10. We are in field goal range. So we can make it a 2-score game, which is fine. I prefer a touchdown, though. There's Brock Bowers again. I'm ready to smoke the team that betrayed me. How did we betray him? We never had an opportunity to pick him. That doesn't even make sense. My first-round pick in the fantasy draft was after Joe Burrow got drafted. And again, we're up by 7. Let's not jump the gun, Mr. DeGames. You should have traded up. I could not have traded up. There's no physical way to do that. There's no fantasy draft trades. I took Mr. I Chase Young Kids. I should have traded for... Why? I have Matt Corral. Corral is a bum. You mean 16 of 19, 226 yards and 2 touchdowns? Yeah, he stinks. What a bum. Am I right? I'll prove you wrong. Did I ever doubt Joe Burrow? I don't think I ever did. I picked his team to win the whole thing at the start of the playoffs. I don't think I doubted him. Could be wrong, but I don't think I ever did. Joe Mixon's averaging like 2 yards a carry. What are we doing here? Brandon Eccles and Grant Delpit making the play. Yeah, it's also not Joe Burrow's fault to why they won the NFC Championship game. I got his 22 points and a 2-point conversion. Actually, you guys, your 1 2-point conversion, you missed it. So you're not even right about that. Oh, Power Eccles. Oh, yeah, I forgot. The rookie linebacker. I saw Eccles. Brandon Eccles was the only Eccles I could think of. Got him! Brock Bowers again with his 2nd touchdown at the first half. Matt Corral is diamond in this game. His 3rd touchdown at the half. Book the parade for the Cincy King. Okay, you can jinx yourself. That's fine. That's cool. 13 plays, 86 yards. Matt Corral is on a tear. I have never seen him play this well. In the biggest game of his OFL 23 career, I don't want to say OFL entirely. This guy played and won an OFL Bowl last year. We're cooked. Corral is the greatest of all time. Did you not just say Corral was a bum 2 minutes ago? What's with the switch up, buddy? You weren't on the bandwagon originally. Why are you on now? Losing to Brock and JMO. JMO hasn't even been that good. Brock Bowers has been the man today. See, kids, this is why you invest in the tight end position. That was a joke. Don't invest in the tight end position, kids. Unless his name is Brock Bowers, then you should. Wow, good throw. On the move over to Christian Watson. They ain't blowing this lead. Easy to keep. Well, if the Texans score now, it would be a 1-score game. If they score a touchdown, that is. And they do start with the ball in the second half. Let's not forget that here. Although there's not a lot of time left. There's only 20 seconds. Incomplete. That's not the worst thing for the Texans because now the clock is stopped. Are they going to run the ball? They shouldn't. Okay, they're not. They get the first. McBride is in bounds. They're going to call their time. They're probably going to kick. 55 yards. No guarantee here. Octi is the same guy who allowed 329 yards to George Kittle. How about you be quiet? Tom Brady. We got a Tom Brady snap. From 55, that looks low. No good, he missed it. And it'll remain a 14-point game. Behringer's kick is off the mark. It was short and I think to the left. Oh, man, I wanted a Hail Mary. Oh, well, it's fine. You can pad Joe Mixon's very poor stats today. He has 99 kick power. It didn't look like it on that play. Okay, the way it goes is you invest in a tight end position if you run the KC or San Francisco playbook. I ran it last week, and I don't think he did a whole lot. Now I'm not running it today, and he's cooking. Not everyone can be Chris Boswell. Clearly not. Here's, of course, our playoff bracket. The Bengals appear to be in the driver's seat to face off against Dallas in the OFL Bowl, but the game's far from over. The Texans start off with the ball. They were driving down the field before time kind of ran out, and they had to kick a long one. Are punters who play kicker worse at kicker in this game? I've never known that to be true. Could that be true? Yeah, you should probably change him to a kicker next year because he probably would have made it. I didn't know that was a thing, but I guess it is. I guess it's a good thing I don't have Johnny Hekker kicking for me. Good start for the Texans. Christian Watson again. Watson's been very good so far. Amari Cooper, on the other hand, has done nothing, and so has Sean Tucker. They haven't even tried to get Sean Tucker involved. We've allowed 4 rushing yards, and it's not even really Sean Tucker's fault. He's had 2 run plays. They're going to run it here, though. Yep. Flag. That'd be funny if it was on them. It probably will be, because Sean Tucker had no room to go the entire play. And it is a hold. Would you rather a first and 20 or a second and 14? I mean, that's an interesting decision. I guess you got to accept it, but I'd understand if you didn't. And in hindsight, we shouldn't have accepted it, because now it's 2nd and 9. Howdy, howdy, howdy. What is good, Danny? Welcome on in. Corral got bailed by a great defense. You just said 3 minutes ago he's the GOAT. Why does this man keep switching up? Lamar throws it away. Good pass rush on first down. Texans offensive line blocked Sean Tucker more than our defensive line. That is true. 3rd and 10 now. The previous kick they missed was from 55. If they don't gain anything here, it'd be 55 again. And that won't be an issue because they get the first down. Christian Watson again. Who is supposed to be covering him? Probably McDuffie. Wait, no, he's also lining in the slot, I think. So maybe Nate Hobbs, too. Good thing it's not Chidobe Awuzie, since I have to push the agenda. Especially now because his jersey's coming in the mail. I felt obligated to get it. Oh, that could have been intercepted. That was close. And so it is a 3rd and 7. Good coverage. That was kind of a stupid throw. They're probably going to kick here. They probably should kick. It'll still be a 2-score game, but there's plenty of time. That celebrity shat his pants on live television earlier. Yeah, but his team won. Not to his credit, though, but they still won. I need meds. You need a slurp juice? Half decent return that time. And now the offense returns. Matt Corral was fantastic in the first half. Probably best quarterback performance I've seen the entire playoffs. And if he can keep it going or play a fraction of like he did in the first half, we can win this game. The one thing I'm a little bit concerned about offensively today is that we've not run the ball well at all. And since we're winning, we're probably going to need to run the ball a little bit. But at least Matt Corral's beating the Sim Merchant allegations. Run it again on 3rd and 1. Power up the middle. Let Joe do his thing. How much fun did y'all have last night? We did have fun. Oh, it's a throw. Wow, we really trust Matt Corral. He was out of bounds. Oh, he wasn't! It looked like he was out of bounds from this angle, but we didn't get a good look. Let's see if they review it. Oh, Houston's going to challenge it. So it's not a booth review, it's a Houston challenge. From here, it looked like he wasn't in bounds, but I do want to see a closer look. Yeah, no, he did not get both in. The question is if he got one in. And since it's NFL rules, it doesn't matter. You got to get both. And he did not get both. So they're going to reverse this, I would assume. Sometimes, like, out of bounds calls stand, even if it's, like, stupid. That should not stand. It's not. Okay. That's the right call. He was not in bounds. So Houston will keep their timeout, and they will get the stop. Yeah, I don't know if he got one in. It was kind of hard to tell if he got one of them in before the other one was out. But, again, since it's not college rules, it doesn't matter. SG said, sorry, Danny, but these guys are way more fun to play with than you. Are you, like, any good? I mean, you might be better than me. I had some stinkers last night. I had some good games, but I also had some stinkers. So the Texans get the ball back. They get the stop. If they can score here, no matter how they would do it, it would technically be a one-possession game. So they can put themselves back in it. I mean, they're not out of it to begin with, but, like, they can really put themselves back in it. I had 12 kills and 6 assists. I did not have a game in the double digits, so I think my most was 9. And they were all dead by 5. Wow, that is impressive. If you were the only one left at 5. Despite not so great field position, the Texans are getting something going here on this drive. Sean Tucker doesn't get it there, though. Get hit by Derwin James. Now it's 3rd and inches. I can't tell if Lamar's under center. No, he's in the backfield alone. I thought that, like, he might have been under center and I couldn't see him, and that was Sean Tucker. I mean, it doesn't matter because they got it, so it's fine. Can't even be up that late tomorrow. I have to go into work at 11. Huh. That doesn't sound fun. You and I need to play sometime. Well, if you're on when I'm on, then sure. Simcast. I gotta go to my grandma's house. Well, why would we simcast for that? With all due respect, of course. Third and 1. Sean Tucker will get it. They're moving it slowly but surely. Time is ticking, though. 13 seconds left in the third quarter. They're probably not going to get another playoff. 3 quarters. Oh, they actually might. Okay, no. 3 quarters down, 1 to go. The Bengals have a nice edge, 21-10. Game's far from over, though. The Texans are moving it down the field. We saw Seattle have a crazy comeback against Dallas in the fourth quarter of their game. Houston's would be a lot less mathematically improbable, so that means it could absolutely happen. Short throw. They're not getting a whole lot yet here in the fourth as it's a 3rd and 7. A field goal isn't worst case scenario because the deficit would be at 8, but obviously I'm sure they'd prefer to put themselves in the end zone if they can. Lamar's under a lot of pressure. I think 42 is Ojolari, and it's nearly intercepted. Yeah, they should just kick. No reason to get crazy. Yeah, I think that's the right call. 47-yarder for Behringer. He should have the leg to get this. Did he just miss it? That looked... Doink! He missed it! Bryce Behringer was short from 47 with 99 kick power. Okay, he actually wasn't short, but he was almost short. It went off the right crossbar, but that only had the distance for another couple more yards. Wow. So he's missed 2 really big kicks in this game. It could be 21-16. But instead, we have a 2-score lead with the ball. Devin White corrals him to the ground on the first play of the drive. Texans defense has got to keep making plays. Their first possession in the second half was pretty good. But as we saw in the first half, Matt Corral can sling it all right. The Texans only have 1 sack. And the 1 sack just happened 20 seconds ago. We have done a phenomenal job of stopping Rashawn Gary today. He's done virtually nothing. Corral, I didn't even mean to make that joke. I didn't even realize when I said corral him to the ground, I didn't even say that because it was Matt Corral. I didn't even realize I did that. We do get the first, though. Jamison Williams, good catch. Now a little bit past the 50. A touchdown makes it a 3-score game. Virtually ends it. But again, I am a little concerned about the run game. Joe Mixon's been abysmal. Okay, good play. Over to J-Mo again for another first down. Even though this is like chew clock time, the only way that we've been able to move the ball today is by throwing it. So, it's like we almost might as well just keep doing that. These are some risky out routes. If these defensive backs get to the ball quicker... Gary has no pass rush ability. How is he supposed to get a sack and watched? By, like, just powering through the offense tackles, I guess? I don't know. Now that you do say it, he hasn't done a whole lot in these playoff games. So... But last year, didn't he have a playoff game against, like, the Steelers or something? It might have been somebody else. Maybe it was New England. But didn't he have a playoff game where he had, like, 3 or 4 sacks? Short throw. Caught. Not quite in, though. The Bengals are basically a yard from icing the game. Can we finish off the job? 2nd and goal. Under 4 minutes to go. I almost want to throw the ball here. Let Matt Corral get the touchdown and put the icing on the cake. But that works too. Joe Mixon with the touchdown, and this game appears to be over. The Bengals lead it 28-10, assuming we make the kick. And that will turn this game into a simcast. With under 4 minutes to go, I don't think Houston can come back. Give me one drive, like one watch drive. If you want one watch drive, I mean, there's only 3 minutes left. I can give it to you. If you want it. I almost feel like, as we saw at the last game, your best chance of getting a miracle is in, like, Simcast. But if you want to watch it, I mean, we can do it. Okay. Since there's not a lot of time left, it's not like we're saving a bunch of time by watching, so this is fine. Can the defense get one more stop to finish off the job? I would love nothing more than a Chidobe Awuzie pick 6 to send us off. That'd be like gold. Texans are going to have to move fast here if they want any miraculous chance of the comeback. And, I mean, they don't seem to be with that much sense of urgency. They should just keep going no huddle. And you want to sit here for longer. Yeah, I do, actually. So, make up your choice. Do you want to hang out with your grandmom or us? You can do what you want, buddy. You're losing this, you can't talk. Your team lost in the wild card. So, I mean, if he can't talk, then how can... Wow, what a catch. Was that Amari Cooper? Who's done like nothing today, by the way. Oh, he didn't get in bounds, I guess. It looked like he was in bounds from this angle. Maybe he dropped it. I couldn't really tell. Whatever. 2-minute warning. Lamar's just going to sling it. Can't blame him. Ooh, that could have been a DPI, although I don't think that ball was catchable. There was some grabbing, but I don't think he could have caught the ball. 3rd and 10. Lofts it up. Caught by Amari Cooper. So this time he does catch it. Now from the 15. Lamar's an open man in the corner. Is he in bounds? He is. That's a touchdown. That was textbook DPI. I feel like, yeah, they probably should have called it. But in hindsight, it's not really going to matter because they score within 2 plays. So it's 28-17. I assume they'll go for an onside. Yep. What if the Texans win this game just because we don't simcast? Oh my lord. Thank goodness we picked it up. That was close. They had a real... Was that Matt Corral picked it up? My wide receiver 6, Matt Corral, picked up the onside kick. That's funny. They had so many... Both teams had so many chances to get that. The Texans could have picked that up. But of all people, it's Matt Corral. And, oh my, Joe Mixon. Oh my. That's one way to pad your stats. Okay, I assume we can simcast now, probably. Joe Mixon. Ride him, Cowboy. What is Matt Corral doing in there? He's my wide receiver 6. No joke. He's literally my number 6 receiver. That's why he was in. Look at him just annihilate like 3 defenders. I mean, there's only a minute left. If you want to keep watching, there's only a minute, so we can keep watching. If there was a minute left in the third quarter, I'd probably sim, but I mean, we can keep watching. We have to get the margaritas and the championship gear ready, so. So the Texans are going to get another drive. They're down by 3 scores. It's Mahover. And they're running the ball. Okay, that's... I mean, I love Sean Tucker too, but that's something. Matt Corral masterclass. 3 first-half touchdowns, and he recovers the onside kick to win the game. If that's not a masterclass, I don't know what is. Lamar is sacked by Julian Okwara. I didn't even realize this is the battle of the Okwara brothers. I didn't even realize I had Julian Okwara on my roster. Why is he in the game? Oh well, good sack, I guess. Texans call their second timeout. They're down to 1 with 27 seconds left. There's Christian Watson again. They're probably going to call their last one with 20 seconds. They might as well just heave it up for the end zone. Just try to make the score closer. Get another highlight play in there to make themselves feel good. Lamar is in the zone, and he's going to dump it off for Sean Tucker. Of course he is. They're not going to have time to run another play, and that will do it. Hooday! The Bengals have won the AFC. They beat the Texans 35-17 in the conference championship. The Texans, they didn't get killed, but we were very clearly in control from the very opening drive of this game, and we never put the pedal off the metal. Matt Corral is heading back to the OFL Bowl, and the 2 longest tenured coaches in this league, me and Nick, are finally going to play each other in an OFL Bowl. That's pretty cool. A great season, though, nonetheless, for the Texans, but just like last year, they fall in the AFC Championship. And so the Bengals and the Cowboys, Matt Corral throwing the football in the stands. What a game from him. Matt Corral played pretty horribly against the Cowboys back on Thanksgiving, but I'm ready for round 2. Both QBs played well. Lamar had a good game. I mean, his numbers are strong. He performed pretty well, but he didn't make enough winning plays. But still was good. Matt Corral was absolutely fantastic. A brilliant performance from him. 24 of 28, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Picked up the big onside kick at the end. He was great. This game gives me confidence that he can perform well against a phenomenal Dallas defense, because Houston's defense is great too. Joe Mixon did not play very well. I do not care what the numbers say. He was not very good. Sean Tucker was also quiet. Well, today I ran the Bucs playbook. I switched it because, oh my God, Christian Watson, 14 for 182. And I thought Brock Bowers was good. But yeah, I ran the Bucs playbook because I didn't really like the Chiefs playbook last week, and I didn't really know what to do. So I figured I would just go back to what I've been using. What happened to Josh Allen? I'm a little concerned about that. All right, so we'll take a look at the Pro Bowlers. We'll take a look at the Players of the Week. And then that'll do it. That's the wrong button. We already saw the box score. We don't need to see Corral's numbers again, although they were pretty good. All right, so let's see who they'll give Player of the Week to. My guesses would be Tim Patrick, Xavier Howard, probably Christian Watson, although it could be Corral. Probably should be Corral. And then on defense, I think Devin White. Tim Patrick, Xavier Howard, Matt Corral, Devin White. Boom. Makes sense. Okay. Let's take a look at the Pro Bowl before we wrap things up here. Unfortunately, we won't have anybody here, for good reason. All right, here's your Pro Bowlers. Wow, Desmond Ridder made it. Interesting. Troy Franklin, Sco Duckies. Quentin Nelson made it because of course he did. Imagine having Pro Bowlers. Facts. Can't relate. Can we go to the Super Bowl? The only reason why... Normally I would here, but I'm not because I want to do the re-signings with what everybody currently has because that's what everybody offered for. So I'm going to do the re-signings before the OFL Bowl, and then we're going to find out the devs either before or after the game on Monday. Actually, never mind. I have a good idea. We can see the devs now. I have an idea. Okay. I have a plan. So my idea is that I save it twice. On one sim file, we simulate to the OFL Bowl. We look at the devs. Tamar Hamill made it. That's fun. We can look at the devs, and I can still have my save file of the Pro Bowl. I assume the devs would all be the same. I would hope. It's not like going to be a different outcome when I simulate on the other file. I wonder if they're going to give Corral X Factor. I feel like they won't. Because he didn't really, he wasn't at the top of the league in any statistical category. 90 overall, 88 overall. All right, let's take a look at our updated Superstar database. I assume none of these are new. I did not know Tracy Walker had Superstar. That's cool. Corral does not have X Factor. Okay. I don't think Trayvon Merrick had Superstar. Josh Allen definitely did not. What's his injury? He's healthy. Good. That's big. So Corral does not go up, unfortunately. That might make him cheaper, though, next year, so that's, I guess, a plus. Did Trevor Lawrence have X? I don't think he did. Now he does. Did Roquan have X? He probably did. Goddard, I think, goes up. I think these were all probably the same. Maybe Jesse Bates went up. Javon Hargrave is an X Factor? What the hell? He definitely went up. I don't remember him having that. Did these two always have Superstar? I doubt it. Aaron Jones goes up. I don't think he had it. He could have. Mike Oxmall, did he have Superstar? I don't think he did. For the Nighthawks, Andrew Van Ginkel goes up. Show me Troy Franklin. No! I think Troy Franklin had normal, so he can't be here anyway. Never mind. Chase Claypool goes up, though. Nothing for the Snowhawks, obviously. Did Brandon Ayuk have the X Factor? I don't think so. The Cowboys, anything new here? I don't think so. I don't think any of these are new. Orbits. I don't know if any of those are different. I think Kyler probably already had X Factor. JT Tuimoloau, did he always have Superstar? Ashton Davis, I don't know if he had it. He played really well in the playoff game. Just Drake made for the Jets. Kool-Aid has X Factor. I don't think he did originally. Dawson Knox has X Factor. David Montgomery goes up. Well, they have a lot. Travis Etienne, I don't think he had it. Now he does. Booty. Tyler Lockett now is X Factor. Did T.J. Hawkinson have Superstar? DeMar Hamlin, I don't think he had it. Christian Watson goes up. Cam Curl goes up. I don't know if Asante Samuel had it. And then nobody in free agency. All right, there we go. Let's check the injuries for the Bengals and the Cowboys, see if anybody's going to be out. Josh Allen clearly isn't. I don't think we have any. Nope. And the Dallas, I know they have Dobbins and Bush, and nobody else. Okay. So both teams are pretty much fully healthy. I wonder if I can take Devin Bush off now. Let's try. I don't think it's going to work, but we can try. No. Okay, I didn't think so. All right, so that'll wrap up the stream. Next time will probably be Monday for Memorial Day. OFL Bowl, you can during Pro. Oh, really? Good thing I had that extra save file. Hold on. Let's see. I love how I'm celebrating about the team I'm playing against getting a starter back. The OFL Bowl location is in Dallas. Are you kidding me? Why? God, why? Really? Why does it have to be in Dallas? That sucks. EA's hating on greatness, damn it. I'm looking for number 5. Oh, I guess I can't do it in the Pro Bowl. Huh. Oh well. I guess Devin Bush won't be coming back. But that'll wrap it up. Again, the OFL Bowl stream will probably be on Monday. OFL Bowl, I think, number 20. Nick and the Cowboys against Octi and the Bengals. I would say by far the most anticipated OFL Bowl coaching match we've ever had yet. Nick's first time in it. Can he get ring number 1? Or can I get ring number 5? We'll find out on Monday, assuming we pick Monday, which it seems like we will. So, yeah.